Muck is being tested in GSC UU because it is largely agreed to be a balanced and healthy addition to this metagame. Whenever people have discussed what BL Pokemon could drop to GSC UU, Muck has been a popular choice for a drop. People have now decided to give Muck a shot. The GSC UU Spotlight ladder was changed to a GSC UU plus Muck ladder, and the forum tournament UUSD4 decided to test it alongside Aerodactyl. I think Muck makes GSC UU more fun to play and is a Pokemon that rewards good play and team building. I already like GSC UU a lot, and Muck doesn't change the metagame too drastically. In GSC OU and UUBL, Muck is used as a wall breaker with Explosion, a role that it replicates in GSC UU. With a high attack stat, great coverage, and access to the extremely powerful Gen 2 Explosion, Muck packs an offensive punch. The way the tier is structured allows Muck to be balanced though. Muck's defensive typing leaves it with weaknesses to Ground and Psychic, two of the most common attacking types around. Very prominent ground types, Nidoqueen and Piloswine resist Sludge Bomb, outspeed Muck, and two-shot it with Earthquake. Quagsire, Gligar, and Sandslash are also capable of this. Muck doesn't want to come in on prominent Psychic types, Hypno, Mr. Mime, and Slowbro because of their stab Psychic. Haunter also 3-KOs Muck with Psychic and takes 0 from its Explosion. Muck has pretty bad form move slot syndrome in this tier. It has to run Sludge Bomb and Explosion, but then it wants all of Curse, Hidden Power Ground, Thunder, Fire Blast, and Giga Drain for specific threats. Hidden Power Ground hits Magneton, Haunter, and Quillfish. Thunder puts more pressure on Slowbro, Gyarados, and Quillfish. Fire Blast hits Piloswine, and Giga Drain hits Quagsire. Muck can't tech for all these Pokemon at once, so Explosion is typically its only way to make progress. Explosion can be neutered with Smart Prediction. If you boom into Omastar, Magneton, or God forbid Haunter, Muck will have brought little value. I have seen concerns about Muck plus special attackers like Mr. Mime or Electabuzz, but I don't think this is much of an issue in practice. Running a Muck plus say Electabuzz on a team is defensively flawed. After these two, you need Quillfish for spikes, you need a normal resist, you need a Piloswine answer, and you need a ground type. Muck doesn't bring much long-term defensive utility. It can switch into electric types and Gyarados decently well short-term, but not long-term. The team I mentioned isn't great versus prominent metagame threats, like Mr. Mime or Nidoqueen. I just don't think this strategy is consistent enough to be broken. I believe that other offensive Pokemon are better wall breakers than Muck. If I wanted an offensive slot that doesn't offer much defensive utility but is a major offensive threat, I would just use Scyther or Pinsir. I'd rather run a strong and fast sweeper than a slow wall breaker that struggles to get more than 1 KO oftentimes. I think that the best way to use Muck is to use it as an explosion user on hyper offense teams. Before Muck was being tested, I had already run Sudowoodo or Weezing on these teams for a strong explosion, and Muck is a better version of both of these Pokemon. It is good on these teams, but again, it's not enough to be broken. As mentioned earlier, Muck does reward good play. It also requires good team building to get the most out of it. Certain Pokemon get much better when paired with Muck. Having another wall breaker in this metagame is always helpful. I will not deny Muck is good, but I don't believe it's broken. Not at all. The short story is that Muck is agreed by most to be a balanced and healthy addition, and thus is being tested.